Welcome to a new episode of DPDDS. So, the show I want to talk about, the show's called The Consultant. I can't remember if I saw the trailer for it or not. This show is starring Christoph Waltz, and people might know him from Inglourious Basterds and also Django Unchained. The premise of the story is this guy, he owns this video game app company. Tragedy happens, everything's falling apart. The folks who work for the company trying to figure out what to do next. Nobody knows what's going to happen. What are we going to do? Next thing you know, a guy comes by, he's a consultant, and he's there to kind of fulfill the wishes of the owner. And so all this weird stuff is going on. And so the guy comes in and you can't tell his angle. He's calling people up at crazy times. He wants them to come into work like at 3 a.m. in the morning. He's firing people because they smell funny. He's kind of like clearing house, what companies sometimes do when they're taken over by somebody else, but he's kind of doing in an unreasonable way. And his reason for getting rid of people seems to be kind of all over the place. And even though there's several people who work for the company, the show kind of focuses on two. Okay, I'm only up to episode 3, and usually I wait for the show to be over before I talk about it, but this has just seemed so crazy to me. It's like, you can't tell if this TV show is like a supernatural, because you start thinking like some of the stuff you see on here, you kind of wonder if it's something more, but then they'll turn around and be like, oh, it got kind of explained away. And so I can't tell if stuff is happening for real, or I'm just not understanding what's happening. It's like I don't have clarity of the situation. He's odd. It's like he's a consultant for a company and he's asking the people who work there, what do you do there? What does this company do? He has no real information about anything, but he has paperwork showing that he is to be in charge and to upkeep the company in the ways that the owner wanted it to be done. And so you got these two employees who are trying to find out what's going on and what's behind everything. And so we're more tied into them trying to figure out what's going on as a viewer, just like they're trying to figure out what's going on with the company that they work for now. And it is a ride. And it's funny because it was kind of messing on my nerves, and another show that kind of messed with my nerves in the same kind of way. And so it made me kind of curious about this one. And so when I looked it up, I saw that the producer of this show was a producer and a writer on another show that kind of makes me feel the same way, kind of uneased, even though I don't know what's going on. That can be frustrating sometimes. I don't know what's going on, and I'm enjoying the feeling because it keeps me uneased, but it's enough going on to make you keep wanting to watching. So I'm very curious. And so the other show that I saw that had the same producer was this show called The Servant that I watch on Apple TV, which is a great show as well, which is on their last season. And I'm planning on doing a thorough review of that show along with this one when I finish watching it. But it was just like, as I'm watching it, I'm like, this is crazy. All the good shows and stuff that's been coming on that I've been catching lately. And it's so hard to get new kind of narratives. We see so much and so much stuff is out there, but this is just, I'm curious. I don't know what's going on. And the closest thing I could think of that it kind of reminds me of when I think about it is probably like Devil's Advocate with Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves. So when I saw that, it reminded me of that a little bit. And I don't know if it's going to go along the same lines as that movie or not. That's the thing, I can't tell. And I love that I can't tell. And I'm curious to see what this is really going to turn out to be. But it's been a ride for at least the first 3 episodes. So I don't know if you heard of it before. If you haven't heard of it before, maybe you'll check it out. I think you'll like it. So far, there's one part that's kind of graphic, but for the most part, it's just, you can't read the room. And the characters are smart, and they're honestly trying to figure out. And like I said, some stuff I'm seeing, and I can't tell if it's happening because it's some coincidence, but it's a lot of stuff, a lot of red flags I'm noticing, and I just don't know why they're there. And I can't tell if it's just because of artistic direction of how the show's being shot, or is it to play into what's going on with the actual story. This is based off a book, so I'm not familiar with the book. But this is very intriguing. I can't wait to finish watching it. Like I said, I'm up to episode 3 now, and I'm about to watch episode 4. So for sure, what I'll do is finish my thoughts and reviews after I finish watching the show. But I'm enjoying myself so much, I wanted to go ahead and talk about it now with me still not knowing what's going on, even though so much has happened, and I don't feel like I'm any closer to understanding what's going on. This is a trip, and I am enjoying it. All right, so this is Jay. Until next time, peace.